Hi, my name is Joel Kaufman. I'm a Salesforce consultant and a business automation specialist. Today, we're going to cover the topic of how to create an effective and enforceable Salesforce process. So we have over here a lead, and we have the current process. We have new, we start outreaching, then the lead gets reached and eventually converted. Also, we have two options of recycled and disqualified. Disqualified means that there is no business doing with the lead. And recycled means we already exhausted our outreach attempts and we put it on the side and maybe we'll reuse that lead later. What we want to accomplish is we want to enforce that if we move a status across the process, based on different transitions of statuses, we want to require the user for different things. And we also don't want to have certain transitions from one status to the other. Let's review our process. So we have over here our process, and we have the default, which is new. The normal workflow is outreach has started, outreaching then reached. But at any point, we can disqualify the lead. And also after many attempts of outreaching, 3 attempts, we'll put it into recycled. Also, from recycled and disqualify, we have the option to restart the process and it will start the new. We can also see that there is no path from disqualified to outreaching or reached. It means we have to restart the process and then go through the process again. This enforces the rules of our process. Here is a visibility matrix of our action buttons. So we're going to have 4 action buttons to move across the process. We'll have a record outreach to record attempts of outreach. We will have a reached, which will mark the lead as reached, disqualified to mark it as disqualified, and restart to restart the process. Record outreach will only be available at new and outreaching because we only do outreaching from that statuses. Reached will be only from outreaching and recycled. Recycled means that we started outreaching, but maybe later on they responded, so we have the option. Disqualify we can always disqualify, obviously not in disqualified because it's already disqualified. And we restart the process on disqualified or recycled. Also, there is a need to capture different data as we transition across. And here's the following data that we want to capture. When we record the outreach, we want to capture when the outreach has occurred, and we want to increase the attempt count. When we reach someone, we want to know which method was used to reach this person and when this person was reached. When we disqualify someone, we want to know the reason for the disqualification and a comment about the disqualification. When we restart, we want to increase the count of a recycled count to know how many times we restarted the process. And also we want to clear anything that we already set for the disqualification. In order to do that, we need to create first some custom fields. So I already created some custom fields and we'll go over all of them. So for the disqualification, I created a disqualified comment, which is a long text area, a disqualified reason, which is a pick list with the following options: not interested, no budget, not a target. We also have a outreach. So outreach attempt, which is a number, and we also have latest outreach, and we also have recycled count. We also have a reach method. So we have reach date and time, and we also have the reach method. So we have over here email, phone, SMS, and social media. The next thing we need to do is create some action buttons so we can move the process across. To do that, we'll just use the quick compose from Salesforce, and it's very easy and effective. So what to do is we create the update record and we'll put in the label. So we'll use some kind of visual flair here, and we'll use an emoji to visualize this, and it's a nice touch. And we'll put in the information needed for that outreach. So what do we need to record? We need to record the latest when the outreach has occurred. So we'll search for that field, latest outreach. We'll mark it as required and save it. Now we'll add a predefined field value, and this is a predefined field value for capturing the count of the attempt. So what we'll do is we'll do the following: outreach attempts, and we'll put in field of outreach attempts. Let's find it. And we'll just do outreach attempts +1. The next thing we'll control is the latest outreach. So we'll do, should be somewhere here. Each method. Let's see. Custom field zone. And we'll put in a default of now, so the user doesn't have to select it. And then we'll do the status. So for the lead status, we'll do a logical assignment. So what we'll do is we'll do an if statement, and we'll do the following. If the count is more than 2, then we'll put it into recycled. If the count is less, we'll put it into outreaching. So we'll do the following. Look for our field, which is outreach attempts. And we'll do more than 2, less than 2, less than 3, I would say. Less than 3, it goes into outreaching. Else, it goes to recycled. Okay, so done with this button. Let's go to the next one. And this one is the disqualified. This is a pretty easy one. Just require the different fields necessary for the disqualification. Remove all the defaults here. Search for disqualified reason, disqualified comment. Make everything required. And we'll set a predefined value for the lead status. Next thing is our reach button. So we'll do over here. Update record. Which Salesforce didn't include all of these, so we have to remove it all the time. So we have here reached date and time and reached method. And all of them are required. And we can do a default for the date and time as now. And to do that, is using the predefined values. So we'll do reached date and time, now function. And then for the status, we'll just do reached. Now for the last one is the restart. So we'll do that over again. And for the restart, we don't need anything. We just need to erase some defaults and move it to the right status. So to do that, we'll just use the predefined value fields as before. You can start with delete status and just move it into new. We also want to clear the disqualified reason because we're restarting the process. So if there was something you want to remove it. So disqualified reason also empty. Can also clear the count. So we'll do the outreach attempts to 0. And we can do the latest attempt. We can also remove that. So reached latest outreach. And for date and time, the way to do as like an empty one is null. Okay, so we have all our buttons. The next thing is we need to modify the page. So here's the page, and there is no buttons over here. So we'll add them. First thing is we'll have to remove this thing over here because we don't want the user to be able to move that. So we want to enforce the rules. So edit the page. Hide the update path, and then start adding buttons. So the first button is to record outreach. So we'll just go over here, record outreach. We'll put a filter, and we'll only put it for the lead status is in new, or the lead status is in outreaching. Any filters are true, so or. And the next button is add another button, which is reached. Now we have a rule for reach to only apply for either outreaching or recycled. Okay, that was a mess. Let me do it again. So reached. Its status is outreaching. Again, I don't know what happened. This is kind of tricky. So reached. Now we have to be cautious. Okay, and then another one which is recycled. Any filters are true. Next one is disqualified. I will put first convert because I go basically based on the process. So we'll do convert, and it's always available. And then the next one will be disqualified. So disqualified is basically available all the time, besides two statuses, convert or disqualified. So we can do an opposite kind of a filter, and we do a lead status is not equal to disqualified and not equal to converted. And in here we'll use the AND function because it's the opposite. The next thing is the last one, which is the restart. And the restart, we only have either the disqualified or recycled. So we'll do the lead status as disqualified, and the lead status is recycled. and save. Okay. Now let's test it out. Okay, so we currently in new, and we see that we have the option of record outreach. Let's do that. And we have a default, and we can do save. Now, I don't know why it moved to recycled. I think it has to do with the fact that the value was not 0. We'll see it in a bit and maybe debug it. Let's see. Let's see, it's in recycle. We have two options. We have reached or restart. If we do a restart, it should go into new. Let's see. Goes into new. If we do a record outreach, it should put it into outreaching. And then if we do reached, it will ask us for the method. And it will move to reached. And then I don't see the disqualify button. Yes, we need to update that filter. Should be available anytime. So let's see why. Disqualify button. Oh, okay. Equal, not equal. That's the mistake. Okay. Not equal. Save. See if it appears now. Yeah, it does. And if we click on this one, should have something. And the values was because I tested it earlier, but can change it and we can do that. Okay. Yeah, we have to put in some data here. And it's disqualified. We can try it on a different lead. Oh, this is the same one. Let's see. And then we have the reset, restart, and do outreach. And we record outreach multiple times. Eventually, it will go to recycled. Let's see. Yeah, it goes into recycled. And then we can do the same thing again. We can restart. The reached is also available recycled, and we can do it. Works. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you liked the video, please remember to subscribe and like the video so it will motivate me to release more videos in that format. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.